Hello everyone and welcome to the best things that you can do in Limassol. So Limassol is a beautiful city on the southern coast of Cyprus. Whether you're looking for beautiful promenades, incredible history, unique locations or mind-blowing mountain views, Limassol has something for you. And in this video, I'm not just going to show you things to do in the city of Limassol, but the entire region of Limassol to give you a really in-depth look into this part of Cyprus. So let's begin in the city of Limassol itself, and what better than the beautiful promenade that stretches along the coast. This promenade offers stunning views of the Mediterranean Sea and the city skyline all in one. The promenade is also home to some of the most important landmarks and attractions in Limassol. One such example is Limassol Castle, which is located within the Old Town. The castle that we see today was mostly built during the 16th century and is now a museum that displays various artifacts from Cyprus's history. And the views from the top are pretty good as well, I'm sure you will agree. In fact, off in the distance, you can actually see Limassol Marina, so let's go there next. Now, despite its modern appearance, this actually dates back to the 14th century, but there are so many places to eat and drink here, and just all around another great place to relax and look across the sea. Now, if you are looking for a place that combines history, culture and beauty all in one, look no further than Ayia Napa Cathedral. This stunning church is a masterpiece of Byzantine architecture and is just a short walk from the marina. So now let's leave the city of Limassol and take a 20-minute drive down the coast to one of my favourite archaeological sites in Cyprus, and that is Kourion Archaeological Site. Kourion was once a powerful city kingdom, one of the most powerful in Cyprus in fact, and it's left behind some impressive remains that we can explore today. You can see things such as the Greco-Roman theatre, as well as the House of Eustolios, which is home to some beautiful mosaic floors that depict scenes from Greek mythology. You can also see the remains of an early Christian basilica and some public baths here as well. There's another bonus mention just 2 minutes down the road from Kourion is this, which is another archaeological site that is much smaller than Kourion, but a beautiful location to see even more ancient ruins to perfectly round off your exploration of ancient Cyprus. So heading down into the Akrotiri Peninsula now, and I have a bit of a unique hidden gem for you here. This is the Akrotiri Shipwreck, the remains of a cargo ship that ran aground here in the 1970s. The ship was carrying wood from Yugoslavia to Saudi Arabia, but a severe storm caused it to catch fire and crash on the rocky shore. The crew survived, but the ship has been left to rust and decay to this day. This wreck is much lesser known than the other shipwrecks of Cyprus, such as Edero, which you can find over in Paphos, but it's just as incredible. And if you do want to see more things to do from all over Cyprus, by the way, please do feel free to click my full Cyprus playlist, which I will link at the end of this video. We have been living here for almost a year now and have seen some amazing things all over this beautiful country. So now for my next stop of this video, I have one of the best coastal hikes that I have ever found in Cyprus. It is just so beautiful. In fact, I think I'm just going to let the stunning scenery speak for itself for a little bit. This hike consists of quite a few ups and downs over rough terrain, so it can be slightly challenging, but it only takes around 30 minutes and you reach this incredible viewpoint right here. So now let's leave the coastlines and begin to head towards the Troodos Mountains, going via a very unique location. These are the remains of the old church of St. Nicholaos in Alassa. This church was the centerpiece of an old village that was sank under this reservoir when it was dammed up. The village of Alassa still exists today and has moved a bit further up the hill, but this church is still standing and is an incredible reminder of the village that once stood on these hills. As you go further up into the mountains from here, you will get to one of the most iconic mountain villages in Cyprus, which is this, a village famous for its wine production, and you can certainly smell the sweet smell of wine throughout the village. This is the main street here with many places to eat and drink, and at the end of this street is the 17th century monastery of Stavros. Omodos really is a place where you can enjoy the beauty of nature and the culture of Cyprus all in one place. So now we're heading right up to the top of the Troodos Mountains, and this is an absolute hiker's paradise. And if you know me, you will know that I love hiking in the Troodos Mountains. I think they're such a hidden gem of Cyprus. So many people that visit Cyprus will just head straight to the beaches and go sunbathing and swimming, but you need to check out these mountains because there are so many amazing places that you can find within them. So now let me bring some attention to them by telling you some of the incredible hikes and things that you can see within these mountains within the district of Limassol. So the first is this nature trail. This scenic route will take you through pine forests, rocky hillsides, and gives you stunning views of the coast and the mountains all in one. Every single time we have done this hike, a storm has rolled in right when we're at the top. But regardless, it is still one of my favorite hikes in Cyprus. The next is a very short but very steep hike to Milia Bridge. Milia Bridge is a medieval bridge that was built in the 13th century to connect up two villages. It's one of the most well-preserved examples of medieval engineering in the region, and as it's a bit of a lesser known spot, it is surrounded by stunning, unspoiled natural scenery. The next two hikes are to some of the best waterfalls that you can find in Cyprus. The first is the Caledonia Waterfalls. These can be reached by following a 3-kilometer long trail that passes through a scenic forest. You'll cross many streams and smaller waterfalls along the way, and you get to hear the soothing sound of the falling water along the whole route. The other waterfall is Millomeris Waterfall. The hike to this one was actually one of my favorites, as there are a few spots on the route where you can get above the trees and see the beautiful mountain scenery that surrounds you. Now I've got one more location to show you now, and this grand finale really is one of my favorites. This is the Artemis Trail. This scenic route follows the footsteps of the ancient goddess of hunting, wildlife and the moon, who was said to roam the forests and mountains of Cyprus. The route loops around the top of Mount Olympus, which is the highest mountain in Cyprus, at 1,952 meters. You'll get to see the stunning views of the mountains and even the sea on both sides of Cyprus. The trail is around 7 kilometers long, but it's relatively flat, making it suitable for most people, I would say. It even passes a couple of ski runs on the way because, yes, believe it or not, you can actually ski in Cyprus in the winter. And so that summarizes the video. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you found it helpful. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more from Cyprus, please consider subscribing and also clicking my full Cyprus playlist, which you can see here. We have visited so many beautiful locations in this gorgeous country. So yes, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one, and goodbye.